welcome to World War G. I'm Troy.
Troy is literally one of a kind. He's a goblin or a hobbit or a kobold, which is a type of gremlin.
I'm AJ.
Your name's just letters. You suck, AJ.
All right. Before we get going here, get into the episode proper, there's just a little slight change that I wanted to talk about when it comes to releasing the episodes. When it comes to Patreon and when it comes to Podbean. So I'm always looking for ways to make our patrons make it kind of worth their time and worth their money.
Right.
And I was thinking about how we have it set up currently, and I was thinking,
why not release the episode first to them?
Well, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
But for instance, we have one patron who is who's doing the dollar, and I was thinking, what would stop him from just, because right now the only perk that really you have with $1 is that you get the episode. No, you don't even get the DLC.
Oh, yeah.
You get the episode early.
Right.
Like a day early. That's what I was doing. And I thought, well, why? That's not really much of a perk. So I thought, well, how could I change that? So here's what I'm going to do. Our patrons are going to start getting each episode a week early.
Okay.
So, for example, this episode that we're recording now, they'll get today or tomorrow on the 20th, 21st.
Yeah.
I'm not going to release it on Podbean until next Sunday.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So, right now on Podbean, the episode is out that we recorded last week.
Aha.
That just dropped today.
Right.
So I figured that would be a way, it's kind of an incentive for people who maybe want to sign up for Patreon.
If you want to get it a week early.
If you want to get the episode a week early.
Okay. Yeah. I like it.
So that's what I'm going to start doing. Anyway. So, besides that, let's get to Happy Birth Death Day. This is a segment where we talk about people of note that were born today and also died today.
That AJ may or may not know.
Yes, I'd like to see if you know who any of these people are. So, born today, and we have a bunch of birthdays. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll kind of, I don't want to spend too much time on them, but kind of run through them here.
Death days?
1.
Oh, nice.
So, born today, 1922, Carl Reiner.
Not sound familiar at all.
Okay.
I know I'd probably recognize him.
Well, he's the father of Rob Reiner, who's a famous director. He's also the creator of The Dick Van Dyke Show. He was a prolific screenwriter.
I don't watch the credits. I wait for the end credits.
You don't watch the end credits either. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying once there's actually like something, the end credits are going by, I'm waiting for like an end credit scene kind of a deal.
Right. Okay.
I got my priorities.
He's a TV legend.
Yeah.
Carl Reiner. Yeah. So also born on today in 1928, Fred Rogers.
Brother of Steve Rogers.
No.
Captain Rogers?
Who's Captain Rogers?
I don't know. I'm making up names here.
Think of the last name.
Rogers?
Who's another famous Rogers besides Steve?
That's immediately what I was going to. I'm like, Steve Rogers. No, that isn't.
We even talked about this last week that you watched this show.
Oh my hell! I'd like to blame it on podcast brain, but I think it's something else.
I think it's just you.
Probably.
I think it's just AJ brain.
Yeah. That's thing.
Mr. Rogers.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. He died in 2003. And if you haven't seen that documentary, I forgot what it was called.
Won't You Be My Neighbor?
Yes.
Yeah.
That you remember.
I own that one, yeah. But I can't remember.
You own it,
I know!
and you don't know the guy's first name.
I know.
Your mind is like a rainforest. Like, I just go into it, and I'm always surprised and amazed what I'm going to find.
You're like, why is there that animal here?
1950, born on this day, William Hurt.
Man, I'm going 3 for 3 here.
Mm-hmm. No?
Nope.
He was an actor. He was in the MCU. He played General Ross in the MCU in The Incredible Hulk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He actually just died recently, just like a week or so ago. But
not today. So.
No, but not today. Not today. No, he was a really good actor. He was in the movie Michael with John Travolta. He was in... Oh, man.
I'm pretty sure he's always rocking the beard or the mustache.
He has in a lot of films, yes. Let me just get his IMDb really quick. So I want to do the guy justice here. He was one of my favorite actors. Like, every time I would see him pop up in a film, like, oh, okay.
It's going to be decent.
It's going to be a good film.
Yeah.
So, he has 106 acting credits. Let's go down a little further here. Only? Yeah. That's, when it comes to, like, voice actors, that's nothing.
Yeah.
That's, like, rookie numbers. Okay, so he was in things like The Big Chill, Broadcast News. That's kind of where he broke right there. Mr. Wonderful, Trial by Jury, Second Best, Smoke, Jane Eyre, Michael, like I said, Dark City, Lost in Space. Oh yeah, the Lost in Space remake. He played John Robinson. Fourth Floor, Sunshine, Do Not Disturb, Dune, the TV miniseries, AI, Artificial Intelligence, Changing Lanes, King of Queens, Tuck Everlasting. Oh, I forgot about that movie. Ugh. I hated that movie.
Yeah.
History of Violence. Anyway.
Been in a ton of things.
Incredible Hulk, Endgame, Robin Hood. Yeah. Bunch of stuff. And he's one of those where you know him if you saw him.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, moving on. 1957, Spike Lee.
The director.
There you go.
Booyah!
You got one.
Sweet.
I don't think I've seen a Spike Lee film. I'll be honest.
I
think I'm a little too white to see his films. I think if I tried to buy a ticket to one, they wouldn't let me.
Like, you actually, instead of scanning like you are cold, you have to scan your hand.
I'm sorry, you are too white to enter this movie theater. Like, oh man, I get it. I'm upset, but I get it.
All right, I'll go see this movie again. Spider-Man again.
Yeah, I'll go see Spider-Man. Oh no,
I've seen a couple of his films, dude.
Yeah.
Malcolm X, Inside Man.
Oh, Inside Man. I did see that one.
He Got Game.
Yep.
That was good, but then I watched that when I was way too young. I shouldn't have been watching that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some sex in that movie. I know. But when you're super young, you're like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. It makes you feel very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking through his other. Inside Man. I think I've seen
Black Klansman. I've seen that one as well.
I didn't see that one.
That was really good. He pretended to be a white dude on the phone, then he actually gets and becomes a Klans member.
Right.
He had what's his bucket from that '70s show, Eric.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. All right. 1958, Holly Hunter.
I'm going with an actress.
Yes, she was an actress.
But I can't think of any of her movies.
Most notably, she was the voice of Mrs. Incredibles.
Okay.
She was also in Superman v. Batman, or Batman v. Superman. I don't remember the title of that movie. I refuse to remember anything about it. What else? What else was she in? A ton of stuff. 1959. I don't expect you to know this guy. This one's just kind of for me. Steve Borden.
Going voice actor?
No.
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 Lizzie Borden?
Nope. It has nothing to do with Lizzie Borden.
No.
Steve Borden is a prolific professional wrestler.
Oh, okay.
He goes by the ring name of Sting.
That I do know.
Mm-hmm. He's the guy. He wears face paint. He was
long hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was one of my favorite wrestlers as a kid.
Always played him on the video games.
Yep.
Had his action figure.
Yep. I actually do have his action figure somewhere. I think it's in that tote over there. Yeah. He got injured in 2015 wrestling a match with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has this move called the Buckle Bomb, where he lifts you up on his shoulders and kind of tosses you into the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
And what you're supposed to do so you don't get hurt is you kind of stick your arms out and kind of catch yourself.
Right.
But Sting he didn't quite get the angle. And so he kind of like fractured like a bunch of bones in his spine and stuff. So he was out for a while, but he's currently actually on AEW and actually wrestling again. So
I was watching some sort of a video.
And he's like 62.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Dang. I was watching a video, like a YouTube video recently, where it was showing this one guy that he wanted, like the Undertaker would usually throw people into trash cans.
Yeah.
And he wanted to do something different. So he's like, no, I can do it. Like he was a younger guy, and he picked him up, the Undertaker picked him up and threw him out of the ring, and they practiced a couple of times on the mat, but he threw him out onto the ground, like during the show. Didn't get injured, or like tucked and rolled correctly, but it's crazy some of the things they do. Like even when he was practicing, he like got the wind knocked out of him a couple of times.
Yeah. Okay. 1963, David Thewlis. Another one I don't expect you to know.
Wrestler?
Mm-mm.
Voice actor?
Mm-mm.
Those are my go-to. And who is this?
No, he's an actor.
Okay.
He's best known as Remus Lupin from Harry Potter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He was also in Wonder Woman. Terribly miscast as the villain in Wonder Woman. That first one.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Not good.
His stash, like sticking through.
Yeah, the mustache looked bad.
It looked weird.
Yeah. He's Hades with a Ned Flanders mustache. You're like, no.
Well, Ned Flanders gets jacked.
Also born on this day, 1984. I actually found this one from Instagram. I had to go and check. Christy Carlson Romano.
Ray Romano's.
Nope.
An actress for sure.
Yes.
But I don't know. What do I know her from?
You would know her as Ren from Even Stevens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And she's not related to the other Romanos?
She is not.
Really?
Nope.
Okay.
Born on this day in 1984.
I remember she had a lot to say about Shia LaBeouf after the show.
She has some great YouTube videos where she talks about
as well. I know she does a lot of cooking in some of her videos.
I don't know if she does that much anymore, but she used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she has a lot of great YouTube videos where she spills the dirt on, like you said, Shia LaBeouf and being a child actress and Hollywood in general, and it's really interesting.
Yeah.
All right, and one last one here, born in 1986, Ruby Rose.
Batwoman.
Yes.
She's also Orange is the New Black. I think that's where she got her big break.
Yep.
She was hot lesbian number 3.
Hot lesbian number 3. Imagine you get a script and that's your character's name. Hot lesbian number 3. All right.
All right.
Cool.
Let's do this.
All right, and then let's get to the.
I really did like her in. The only movie that I really liked her in is The Meg. That was probably my favorite one with her.
I kept meaning to see that one, and I missed it.
It's pretty like it's cheesy, campy, but it's no Sharknado. Like it's actually they try to do it a little bit more serious.
She was in Pitch Perfect 3. Huh, interesting.
All right.
You think I would know that?
Right? I don't know.
Okay. Well, there you go. Now let's get to the deaths. We have one death. Died on this day in 2020. It's 2 years ago. Kenny Rogers.
You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them, right?
Yep. Prolific country musician.
Yes.
Died on this day at the age of 81 from natural causes. The Gambler.
That's actually pretty rare.
What?
For
natural causes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a celebrity, country
Especially
singer, musician, yeah.
Who, was doing his thing in the 60s and the 70s. And,
oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, The Gambler is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Really?
I love that song.
Whenever it comes on the radio, that's your Seinfeld song?
It is. Yep.
You have to get everybody to be quiet.
I just sit there and listen to it. Just stare off into space.
Hurt's up there for sure on my list. But that's not by him.
Right. There you go. Speaking of Seinfeld,
now that I've seen it all, and I'm
right,
yeah.
And Kenny Rogers, they had that episode with Kenny Rogers Roasters, right, with the fried chicken.
Yes, yeah.
And Jerry and Kramer ended up switching apartments. Actually, really
the red light,
big red light, yeah. Did you ever eat that chicken? Did you ever?
No, I didn't.
I don't think I did either. I don't think it made it out here.
No, I think it was more East Coast kind of stuff. I've heard all about it.
Yeah, every time I see that episode, I'm like, I really wanted to try that.
Same. I just recently tried Zaxby's for the first time.
Just recently?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that shit is good.
It was pretty delicious.
Yeah. Zaxby's is like my go-to chicken place.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like KFC who? Popeyes what? No.
Then we did have to try Chick-fil-A just to kind of compare, and there's no comparison. No. Yeah.
I don't get me wrong. I love a good Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
But man, Zaxby's.
Chick-fil-A, their chicken sandwiches are kind of like the McDonald's of the chicken. No. They're okay, it's just like a little thin little bun, a patty, and a pickle.
Yeah, but that
good.
Patty is huge. That chicken patty is huge.
No, I think.
What are you talking about?
No, dude, it's like that.
No, it is not.
Max, no.
No, it is not.
Wait, okay, are you just getting the regular chicken sandwich?
Yes.
Not the.
Yes.
Supreme something or other? No.
We're back into the rainforest of your mind.
No, absolutely not.
Look, I'm going to show you.
I had it when was the last time you had one? Booyah.
Sometime this month, that's for sure.
Mic drop. If I could, I would.
No. You could not be further from the truth.
Lies.
I'm going to show you.
Go for it.
I'm going to show you. Okay. Hang on. I don't want to get a picture from their website, because of course they're going to make it look perfect.
Oh, absolutely.
Hang on. Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, okay, yeah, from their website.
Yeah. Chick-fil-A sandwich, okay. Okay. All right, this is from a website called Eat This.
That's not the chicken sandwich that I got. We might have to make a quick trip over.
We might have to. Cause you
see that's more on par. Like it's not bad, but that's more realistic.
Well, it's not like super thin like you were saying.
Well,
it's not like
it wasn't a hearty sandwich, and like the bun. Maybe it was just that the bun was deflated, and it was kind of like.
I think you got a busted ass chicken sandwich.
Probably.
All right. Speaking of the rainforest of your mind.
Yes, go for it.
Remember when you said about the lizard looking like Lord Voldemort and Spider-Man? How he was all naked and thin and skinny and weird looking?
Yeah.
No.
No. He looked all scrawny.
No.
Yeah.
I saw it 4 times, dude.
Yeah, okay.
You see him from shoulders up. That's it.
Right.
When he turns back into a man. You never see him full body.
Really?
Yes.
I swear.
No.
What movie is it where he's like laying there all in the fetal position?
I don't know.
You're supposed to know these things.
Films where it has a naked man laying in the fetal position.
I'll have to go back and watch this because I'm remembering something different.
I think 4 times. I saw it 4 times.
I don't know.
No, not I don't know. No.
Yeah,
no.
We're just gonna have to like agree to disagree.
No, there is no disagreeing on that.
Agree to disagree.
4 times I saw it. How many times did you see it?
Twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Agree to disagree.
Nope. Nope. We're gonna have to go get a Chick-fil-A sandwich and watch Spider-Man No Way Home.
Done. Sounds pretty good. It's like cold.
Actually sounds like a good night, yeah.
It's like cold, rainy outside. Like cuddle up with a nice, cuddle up to a nice chicken sandwich. Not you. And then watch a movie. Wow.
All right. Enough of this shenanigans. Let's get to This Week in Geek.
This Week in Geek.
So, just a couple of days ago, Nicolas Cage was telling Warner Brothers that he would love to join the Batman sequel. Of course, he would. Like,
of course,
it was a movie that did really well. Like, let's jump on this thing. Let's see. He has a message for Warner Brothers. In an interview, he said, "We have this new movie with Robert Pattinson, the Batman, which I'm excited to see because he hadn't even seen the movie." And he's talking about he wanted to be in the sequel.
Really?
Yeah.
Hasn't even seen it?
Yeah, which I'm excited to see. Haven't seen it yet, but I think we would be terrific, Cage said.
Okay.
Yeah. The villain that he would love to play came from the 1960s show starring Vincent Price, or Vincent Price was Egghead.
Yeah.
That's the villain that he would like. I think that I would want to play. I think I can make him absolutely terrifying. I have a concept for Egghead, so let me know over there at Warner Brothers. I'm down for Egghead.
He's pulling a stupid 60s Batman villain?
Yeah. I pulled up and like did some research on Egghead, and
he was played by Vincent Price in the TV show.
Right. So Egghead is a fictional character created for the 1960s Batman television show, played by Vincent Price. The character was identified by his pale, bald head and white-yellow suit. And it's not all that menacing.
No.
And Nicolas Cage?
No.
No.
All this is a bad idea. It's all a bad idea.
I feel like first you have to see the movie and see if this character actually works in that universe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it would be similar to like saying if they ever did a 4th Batman in the Dark Knight series, like in the trilogy, I would like to play Iceman or Mr. Freeze.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're just like, doesn't really work so much in this. Or I'd like to, I mean, I guess you could kind of make him look a little bit better and more menacing, but what is Nicolas Cage going to really bring to Egghead? You had your shot.
Nothing.
No. You had your shot with Ghost Rider. You screwed that up.
I'm sure he has some freaky interpretation of the character, and I'm sure he like got like inspiration from like looking at a mongoose fighting a cobra or something strange like that.
Yeah.
While he was high on cocaine or something.
Out in the desert.
Out in the desert, yep.
I really would like to, I'm more interested to know what his take on Egghead would be than I am actually seeing Egghead in this universe, because it wouldn't work. And you've already had like a similar character with the Riddler.
Yeah.
So it's just like, no, they're moving on to other Batman villains.
Right.
Egghead would not be in the mix.
He would not.
No. I would, however, like to see some more, not obscure, but just more characters that we haven't seen in this universe brought to live action. It doesn't necessarily have to be like the big bads, but not Egghead.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. No, there's not really any character I could even see him like. He wouldn't fit in this universe.
It would be Nicolas Cage playing whatever character. You could still see him as Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Unless he did some really super. You don't think you could see him? Now I'm trying to think of anybody. No, he's too Nicolas Cagey.
Oh, he definitely is. Yeah. He definitely is. Okay. So, I love bringing a good fossil story.
Yes.
Well, this one definitely caught my eye. There is an iPhone out there that you can buy for the low price of $8,600 because it contains a real T-Rex tooth fossil.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Earlier this year, somebody on eBay spent a whopping $86,000 on USB-C iPhone that can't make calls. But while that overpriced iPhone made 0 cents to us as a purchase, Caviar, a designer of exclusive smartphones, has a new pricey iPhone that would break the bank on if we had billionaire tech money. An iPhone 13 Pro with a fragment of a real 80 million year old T-Rex tooth fossil, and the Dino phone's only $8,610. Designing Taxi picked up the gold and titanium T-Rex tooth iPhone, which Caviar has dubbed the Tyrannophone.
Oh, geez.
Because of course he did.
Yeah.
The Dino iPhone belongs to Caviar's new Terra collection, quote unquote, that earns its name from the ancient Greek word for marvel or monster.
I am gonna see a trend here, like in the upcoming future with his projects, right?
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna see what other stuff this Caviar has done. He has a catalog. Caviar Royal Gift.
Oh, fancy. Troy even said that with his pinky out.
Let's see. What does he make? He makes iPhone 13, Samsung, AirPods, sneakers, cases, smoke devices, watches. Let's see some of these iPhone 13s.
What they're going for?
He's got the Yacht Club, which, first of all, fuck you with that. That's $6,080.
Oh.
He's got the Benvenuto, which is $24,000, $24,920. He's got the Meteorite, which probably has a chunk of meteorite, I would imagine, in it, for $69,000. He's got a pure gold iPhone 13.
Seriously.
$41,000.
Yeah.
If you want to get the pure gold iPhone.
Yeah.
See, this is why...
Is he just designing this and, like, up on paper and then having somebody else make them?
I have no idea.
Right?
I literally just discovered this guy, like, right now. This, yeah. This is why I cannot be ridiculously wealthy, because I would buy shit like this.
Yeah, just because.
Yeah. I buy stupid shit now, and I really don't make that much.
So amplify that,
Yeah.
tenfold.
Yeah.
It can be dangerous. You're like, oh, this looks. Wow. I mean, do I need it? No.
No.
Do I want it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, he makes busts. He has a bust of Elon Musk.
What's the cheapest thing on here? Are we able to sort from
Steve
low
Jobs?
to high? That's how I have to usually do it.
Yeah, right. See, I can't find where that. Yeah, I can't really find a. Oh, here we go. Descending price. Here we go.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh,
found
he
it.
even said that fancy,
Yeah.
rather
Descending price.
than high to low.
Okay. Oh man, he has a lot of iPhones. And we are doing a massive deep dive on this guy, and I apologize, but this is interesting. Okay, so if this is in fact descending price, his cheapest
Yeah.
iPhone you can buy is the Emerald
Oh, damn.
for $6,450.
Wow.
That's the cheapest iPhone you can buy from him.
Ugh.
Fuck all of this.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, he's on Instagram. I'm gonna do a deep dive on this guy because I'm interested. But okay. Anyway, we should move on,
Yeah.
or else I'll just keep looking at all his crap.
So, Scream, the newest installment of Ghostface, is wrapping up its theatrical run.
Mm-hmm.
Globally, it take home was $1,390,000,000 on a $25 million budget. So a sequel is definitely in the cards. They've said that they are moving forward with this. The directors are coming back alongside with Guy Bissek. He's the director of Ready or Not and Castle Rock. So he's done a couple other projects. They've not said anything as far as a potential plot, but they've already greenlit the project. And of course, since the movie did so well on such a small budget, that always merits a sequel in Hollywood's minds.
Mm-hmm.
Are you perfectly fine with them moving forward? This is the direction they're going, with Halloween. You've got Mike Myers and now Scream. These other ones, first rebooting the franchise and then getting into sequels.
Yeah, I'm fine. I liked the latest Scream movie. I enjoyed it, but I like the Scream films. So
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, you've seen them all?
I have. Yes.
I think I might have seen them all maybe once, if that.
Yeah, I mean, I get it because these movies are fairly cheap to make.
Right.
And this one, like you said, it made $139.5 million. So, of course, let's make another one.
I think probably 10 million of that went to the actors.
Yeah, cast and crew
kind of a deal, right? You're just hey, we'll give you $10 million to help make this movie. All right.
Yeah, they had a $25 million budget. So, I mean, come on now.
Right.
Yeah. Did you say the date it was coming out? Or did I miss that?
No. They've not even said what the project's going to be as of right now. Nothing is for a potential plot.
Say it's coming out March 31st, 2023.
Oh, yeah. They did. Mark your calendars. There you go. I completely missed that part. Yeah, March 31st. That's kind of an interesting, not even closer to Halloween.
Well, this last one just came out in January.
Right.
Oh.
Which makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
back in the day, that was one of my favorite things about the holiday season is you're looking forward to all these other movies, like The Ring and some of these ones that are going to be in theaters around Halloween, and it kind of like really sets the mood. Even if it comes out a month or two beforehand, like butts into Thanksgiving territory,
Sure.
I'm perfectly fine with that. But now it's just all over the place.
Yeah.
The movie's made. Here, let's throw it in theaters.
I think the reason they probably put it out in January because January is a garbage month for movies.
Yeah.
And so they knew that they'd make money that month.
Right. I guess there's some strategy.
Mm-hmm.
What about March?
March. March, you're starting to get into like a lot of
before the summer.
Yeah.
Blockbusters.
Yeah. Bigger movies start to trickle out in March and April.
Yeah.
Before you get like into, like you said, June, July, and all the big movies. So, yeah, I'm fine. Let's keep doing it.
With a Scream 6? Yeah. Fair enough.
So, apparently Amazon has been in negotiations with MGM for quite a while now to buy the studio. Well, apparently the merger just went through.
And it only makes... It's very fitting that you're the one breaking this story, right?
Amazon has bought MGM for $8.5 billion.
Since you're an employee, do you think you can kind of like get the hookup and potentially get a project greenlit?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hey, guys, since you purchased this.
It's not like I'm the lowest of low men on the totem pole in that company.
Not at all.
Hmm.
Every voice is important at Amazon. Here at Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
We respect everybody's opinion.
Yep, they sure do. Sure do.
Actually, complaints in the suggestion box.
Actually, if I'm being perfectly transparent, I don't technically work for Amazon.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. I work for another company who's contracted out to Amazon. But anyway,
yeah,
doesn't matter. Yeah, $8.5 billion bought the entire MGM, not just studio, but the back catalog, specifically James Bond.
Oh, okay. Huh.
So I can say I now work for the same company that James Bond does.
Oh, snap. It's gonna be weird to see, like, interesting to see where they go with the James Bond franchise.
It's gonna be weird to see if you go to see a movie, an MGM movie, and then the Amazon logo pops up.
Yeah. I think it'd be a little less weird because I've already seen that a couple of times whenever I watch anything on Amazon.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Their whole streaming service.
Right.
Films that they put out. Yeah. So I think I'd be perfectly fine with it. See the whole ding going across the screen. That's a really good purchase, though.
Oh, yeah.
For James Bond alone.
Yeah, really good purchase.
And now they got that Amazon money, which Amazon, like, stock is only going up, like with all the innovative things that they're releasing and bringing out.
So, in addition to the James Bond franchise, it includes over 4,000 movies, including 12 Angry Men, Basic Instinct, Creed, James Bond, Legally Blonde, Moonstruck, Poltergeist, Raging Bull, RoboCop, Rocky, Silence of the Lambs, Stargate, Thelma and Louise, Tomb Raider, Magnificent Seven, The Pink Panther, Thomas Crown Affair. I mean,
wow,
just on and on and on and on.
That's a huge catalog.
Yeah.
Does that mean that all these films are now going to be dropped on Amazon Prime?
Probably.
All right.
Not to mention a whopping 17,000 TV shows, including The Handmaid's Tale, Fargo, and Vikings.
Which, Fargo and Handmaid's Tale was on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be interesting.
So, yeah, this is
very big purchase.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll do kind of like similar to what they've done, like Disney has done, like with Fox and some of these other, like ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
They've kind of like let them do their own thing.
Right.
Not really intervene, just throw money at it.
Yeah.
They're like, they'll let them do their own set up on stage as they just kind of like throw money, that Disney money at it.
Just make it rain.
One final story here. The newest, let's see, WWE 2K 2022 will feature Logan Paul, Machine Gun Kelly, and others announced for the DLC. The only problem with this, okay, so let's see first. This DLC will include 28 superstars and celebrities, people I'd already mentioned. It'll also include Mr. T, but they've gotten some backlash with this latest announcement is because a lot of the people that are already, like the wrestlers that are in WWE, they're not on the roster, but they've already announced all these other these gimmicky characters. So
right.
That seems kind of like they're doing them dirty, right? They're good enough to wrestle for them, but they're not good enough to be in their video game.
Well, that's WWE for you.
Right? You're like, sorry, if you're not a star, then like you're just going to have to sit on the sidelines.
So, I guess on April 26th, you're going to get Yokozuna, Zuma.
Yeah.
Umaga, Rikishi, Omos, Casey Cantanzaro. May 17th, you're going to get Cactus Jack, the Boogeyman, Vader, Ilya Dragunov, and Indy Hartwell. June 7th, Hurricane Helm, Stacy Keibler, A-Kid, Wes Lee, and Nash Carter. June 28th, Doink the Clown, Ronda Rousey, the British Bulldog, Mr. T, Dewdrop, and Rick Boggs. July 19th, Rob Van Dam, Logan Paul, Machine Gun Kelly, Ellie Knight, Zia Lee, Commander Aziz, and Saray.
I appreciate that they're throwing in a lot of these other characters, but...
I mean, most of these are classic wrestlers.
Right.
But I could really do without Logan Paul and Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Logan Paul is currently in WWE. Like, he's shown up a few times.
Yeah.
Which, yeah. Like, oh, that's why I'm not watching it currently. Got it.
I'm fine with them, like with some of the DLCs when they add in like when they did for what's the Justice League game?
Injustice,
yeah. I'm perfectly fine when they introduce other random characters.
Like the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, right?
Which was awesome.
Buy it for that reason alone. But
so much fapping.
The
TV.
Yeah, you had to include everybody else first, the big names.
Right, yeah.
And then you can do these kind of things to get people to replay the game.
Right.
But I feel like with this, they're also releasing these characters, and there's still other wrestlers that aren't even on the roster.
Right.
That's kind of where I kind of feel like they're doing them dirty.
No, I don't watch wrestling currently, but I keep up with it.
Yeah.
And I watch a lot of YouTube videos and kind of things are going on kind of behind the scenes and who's wrestling, who's not, some of the, drama that's going on, stuff like that. And, this doesn't surprise me at all that WWE's done this.
I feel like there's probably quite a few different other podcasts, but if you were to do another one, I feel like you'd do really well at like a WWE kind of like a wrestling podcast.
Absolutely.
Doing a deep dive on all these characters, and then also like and in current events, kind of a deal. This is what's currently going on. These are like this person's feuding with this person.
No, I'd love to do a wrestling podcast. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. Got a name picked out for it and everything?
I do not.
WW Me.
WW Me.
I don't know.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, a lot of it would be about reminiscing about,
the golden era of wrestling.
The early 90s, late 90s, the Monday Night Wars between WCW and WWE, and that's when I was really invested.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I don't really.
There's like the golden era of like pirates, and there's also the golden era of like wrestling.
That's right. Okay. So let's get to our Revs and Ricks.
So, one of the movies that I ended up watching that just recently, like a couple of days ago, it was all on March 18th, dropped on Netflix, was Windfall. This Windfall stars Lily Collins, Jesse Plemons, and Jason Segel. All really underrated actors.
Yes.
And I thought, like when I was watching the trailer for this, I'm like, wow, these guys, like, they've been in a lot of things, and they've kind of flown under the radar sometimes with like how great they are at acting.
Mhm.
So I wanted to see them all together and see what they can do. And so what happens in this movie? Jason's character, he wants to feel what it's like to be a billionaire. He goes to this billionaire's his kind of one of his getaway little homes that he has on this orange orchard, and while there, these guys like they show up, because they wanted to kind of get away for a weekend, and things definitely go awry. And it was interesting because the whole movie took place in one location, just there. I mean, yeah, they moved around kind of like in the field, and they moved, but for the most part, they were just on this little place. And so without giving too much away, they kind of come to a number. Well, he was just initially going to steal some cash and get the hell out of there, but then he gets caught while he's there. So then he has to like hold them captive, and he towers over both of them. And with the use of a gun, he's holding them there hostage. And they decide, yeah, $500,000 it sounds about right, how much I could get for you, and he's having to lead him by the hand and basically say like, no, $50,000, that seems like way too low, like it's got to be more than that. Like for me, kind of a deal. So he's holding him by the hand, telling him how much he should ask for and how much he can get. So while they're waiting for this money, it turns out they can't, like, because the banks are closed and they wouldn't be able to get the money until the next day. So they're just having to like sit around and talk, and it's really captivating. It is definitely a slow burn, and it's not until the third act that things really pick up and shit happens in this movie. Like I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was worth a watch. It's on Netflix. Out of 5 oranges, I'm giving this one a 3.
Okay.
I was not expecting how it was gonna go, how it all turned out, but yeah, it's worth a watch. It does go a little bit like, it's definitely a slow burn for sure, but it's worth it in the third act.
All right. Well, for me, I saw the movie X. This was an interesting one. So, just a brief synopsis. This movie takes place in 1979. At the height of the porn boom.
Yeah.
And so these group of young people decide that they're going to make their own porn movie, and they're going to make it rich. So they end up going to this old couple's farm, kind of renting out the place, but they didn't tell the old couple what they were doing.
It almost felt like it was going to be like one of those wrong turn, Leatherface kind of a films or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And so what ends up happening over the course of the film is that they're kind of uncovered what they're actually doing on the farm, and, well, shit goes sideways real quick. So, I didn't know what to expect going into this movie.
You'd only seen the trailer once?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the trailer looks interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a throwback, kind of an homage, not just to old 1970s porn, but 1970s horror films. Like, when you say, like, Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, this is what it feels like.
Okay.
Because not only does it take place on a farm, but this old couple is clearly played by younger people, but they put on the old age makeup. And it doesn't look great, and I think that's the point. Because I think that's their homage to these old 1970s, cheesy horror flicks.
Right. They kind of half-assed putting the makeup on
Yeah.
a little bit. Okay.
So I kind of think that was the point.
Or you hope it was.
I hope, yeah. But yes, it does become a horror film. And there is porn elements to it.
Right.
Like there is a few fairly explicit sex scenes. But it's so much more than that. It's about aging, and it's about trying to capture your youth, and it's about what does it mean to age, and it's about resentment for this younger generation, and trying to recapture your beauty when you're old. And there's a lot of layers to this film. But all that is covered in this
blood.
But the thing is, though, it's not over the top like horror blood.
Okay.
It's fairly realistic, and so there's a few fairly disturbing scenes. But they never go
for the faint of heart.
Yeah, they never go over the top with it, and I think that's what makes it even more scary. Like I remember one scene in particular. It's not violent, but the images are disturbing. And I remember just whispering to myself, just going, "Oh, let's not do this. Let's not do this. Can we not do this? Okay. No, let's not." But I think it's worth a watch.
Okay.
But just know, like I said, it's very violent, and there is obviously nudity in it. So here's the cast. It stars Jenna Ortega, who you'll know from, she was recently, speaking of Scream, she was in this newest Scream film. Mia Goth, Brittany Snow, who we'll get, speaking of Pitch Perfect, was in the Pitch Perfect franchise. I didn't realize it was her.
Really?
Yeah. And she gets super naked. So I might have to go back and watch it. Yeah, I saw her name. I'm like, that was her? Holy shit. Kid Cudi, who is the male in this porn film they're making.
Yeah.
And so his name is Jackson Hole.
Nice.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Martin Henderson, Owen Campbell, a bunch of other people you've never heard of. It's good. It's by the studio A24, and they always make movies that kind of make you think.
Right.
You know? It's very much, it feels like very much an independent film, and it's good. I don't think there's any like professional lighting. I think it was just all lit
natural
the way it was. Yeah.
Lighting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe there was a little, but anyway. But it's very stylized. They make some interesting choices when it comes to like edits and cuts. But out of 5 Gators,
yeah,
I'm giving it. I'm at like 3.5.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's definitely worth the watch. I don't think you have to go to the theater necessarily to watch it.
Yeah.
But if you want to check it out when it hits streaming, I think it's worth it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
One final movie that I did watch on Disney Plus, Turning Red. Now, you attempted to watch this movie?
Yeah. I made it 5 minutes.
Really?
Literally.
Which you got some backlash on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. People were coming out of the woodwork, like, being like, wait, what?
Like, no, give it a chance, give it a chance. The best comment was from my brother when it called it Puberty Panda, which was fantastic. But I just, I couldn't, you get into it, I'll say my piece later.
Synopsis here. She's a 13-year-old girl who's torn between being her mom's obedient daughter and the chaos of her youth. As if that weren't enough, when she gets too excited, she turns into a red panda. What they're trying to do is these girls, like after she eventually tells her friends, like, hey, I can do this, And that's what kind of weird is, like, in a lot of these other films, they try to keep it a secret. You know, you've got like Luca, where he's like trying to hide that he's like changing kind of deal, right? No, this one, they go out and they exploit this ability to make money in order to go see a boy band. Like that's kind of what their goal is. So they're taking photos, they're making pins, they're making like merchandise, they're making all sorts of swag just to pimp her out.
They throwing her pics on the gram.
They sure are. Yeah,
they TikToking that shit.
Pretty much. And her mother isn't having any of it.
Right.
Like once she actually finds out, and without giving too much away, I liked it up until the ending went a little weird direction for me. I'm just like, okay, that's kind of a little bit annoying. But it was campy and cheesy enough and kind of quirky. It was definitely a coming of age kind of film, and you definitely see that she's torn between wanting to be perfect and get these straight A's to making money and appease her friends and have fun, but then also like she gets to a point where like a kid asks her to go to his birthday party and he'll pay her like so much money, and that's just the amount of money that they need to make it to this concert so that all four of them can buy a ticket. Then she's just kind of like, she's a little bit like torn because he's like, hey, I paid good money kind of a deal. And yeah, it gets a little weird. But the part that I didn't like much is the mom and her mom's mom and all of her aunts. That was a little too much what happens there. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you after, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody. If you take it for what it is, and it was decent. It was pretty cute. It had some there was some legit moments where I did find myself laughing out loud, like one or two, especially when she's like she's doing this like dance to try to get her mom's attention. Yeah, it's pretty funny. There's also quite a few other Easter eggs in the mix that you might want to find yourself looking for. There's I think it's Kevin. Is that the bird from Up?
Yeah.
Is a skeleton in there, and there's a couple other Easter eggs throughout it. So, out of 5 red pandas, I think I'm sitting, I thought it was alright. I think I'm sitting at like a 2, maybe a 2.5, 2, probably a 2.
Okay.
I did appreciate the animation, and I thought they did a fantastic job with it. The story was it was okay.
See, and that was another one of my biggest problems is the animation.
Really?
I hate this type of animation that they're doing.
I think it's kind of started with like Wreck-It Ralph and some of these other ones, right? Where it's just like that's the direction that they're going with it. And it's all right. I feel like Pixar is going a different direction than everybody thought they were going with it, and it feels like they're just making these they're kind of making a couple of films that are just going along fine and going over fine with everybody, but they haven't made a breakout hit that they're going to get like lots of sequels.
Yeah. Like it seems like
they're just playing it safe a little bit.
Mm-hmm. It seems like Pixar is making films like let's be okay with all of our feelings.
Yeah.
And all of our changes in our body, and and that's fine.
Depression,
totally fine. Yeah, if you want to do that for because a lot of people that are watching this are like 12, 13-year-olds, and I totally get that.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm missing The Incredibles. I'm missing Toy Story. I'm missing Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
You know, these big imaginative stories that build these massive worlds, and even Cars. I mean, the first Cars is really good.
Yeah.
And I'm missing that.
Right. Same. And I feel like they're just playing it safe until they hit one of these things that actually does super well, and everybody's like, yeah, we want to see more.
Yeah. One of the other reasons I couldn't abide this film is because that main character has, you know who JoJo Siwa is?
Mm-hmm.
She has big JoJo Siwa energy.
She does.
And
yeah.
It's nails on the chalkboard of my brain.
She gets humbled a little bit. Yeah, she puts on a good persona, and maybe that's from the first 5 minutes where she's walking around, snapping her fingers, I'm the boss kind of here. She gets humbled pretty quickly, so it's worth It's worth a watch.
I don't think I can. I don't think I
No?
can go back. I
Yeah.
really don't. Really don't. I think the GF liked it. I think she watched it. I think she liked it, but I just don't think it's for me. I've had my phase where I was turning into a red panda
Yeah.
when I had my feelings. But no thanks. No thanks. All right.
They do have James Hong in there, who I thought was kind of funny.
James Hong. We talked about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just kept seeing like Kung Fu Panda.
Sure. As soon as you heard him, yeah.
Yep. I'm like, oh.
Hey,
yeah.
You knew his name.
Yeah, I know.
Look at you.
Improvement here.
You're growing. All right. I guess that'll wrap this one up, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So here's where you can find us. If you want to listen to our episodes and DLCs a week early, head to patreon.com/WorldWarG. If you want to listen to just our episodes, head to worldwarg.podbean.com. If you would like to find us online on social media, head to facebook.com/WorldWarG. If you'd like to buy any of our merchandise, go to spreadshirt.com/WorldWarG. Or you can email us anytime.
Day or night.
At, one second, I'm kind of all over the place right now. At worldwargpod@gmail.com. So, this has been World War G. That has been AJ.
That has been Troy.
Stay geeky, my friends. And let's all understand that we're growing. And, your bodies are going to start changing. And you're going to start
finding hair.
Finding hair where there wasn't hair usually. And you might turn into a giant red panda. And
that's okay.
And that's okay. And you might annoy 37-year-old men, but that's okay. You do you. And that's all that we can expect from you.